thanking you for all those that walk with him this hour, blessed Lord. Remember, Mr. Andre, I bring before you, remember that son, if thou be so pleased. Pass by the home you learn unto him, keep it in the act of safety. Father, keep him on praying ground and on watchful tongue. Remember the spring of his body, Lord, wherever they locate all those who are dwelling with them. Bless them if thou be so pleased. The bread basket is in your hand, the water page is our Lord. Remember, his staff I bring before you, each and every one of them this our Lord. You know them better than they do. Those who are traveling with bus, ask for safe arrival for each and every one of them. Remember them this morning. Father, the plane in the air, this our blessed Lord, my God and my King. Remember all you children, where you're shipping the pastor, I know each and every one of us by our different vices. We're begging you for mercy, pardon, and forgiveness. Father, in this time, season, and world, have mercy on your village. Have mercy on your parish. My God and my Redeemer, you know them better than I do. As you tell the disciples to say, our Father which art in heaven, holy be thy name, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this our daily bread and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from all evil. For there is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen and amen. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. Morning, Mr. Andre.
Good morning, my Jay. How are you?
And how is you?
I'm okay.
I'm okay too.
Great. Nice news. Good to hear.
Yes, yes. What I would do?
Well, we can't do anything but what we have to do.
Of course, yes. Of course, yes.
How's Lister doing?
He up here, you know. They don't have the grandmother. But he plenty better. He good, Mr. Andre. When I say good, he don't perfect. But I mean, we wasn't to how he come now. To say good. By the grace of God and the nurses and the doctors.
Well,
thanks for that.
He started to get trouble. If he don't get in trouble, he don't good yet. Once he started to get trouble, that means he good.
He drinking and resting.
Well, he get in trouble. Now he get in trouble already. Okay,
all
fine.
Right.
I show him must tell them, I don't want that food today now. I don't give me that. I don't want that.
Well, all right.
Once he doing that, he good.
Yes, he good. Once good for where he was.
Yeah. That's
good. Well, I'm running because I don't want the credit done.
Yeah. You don't get back the phone yet?
No, am I going to maybe this week?
Okay.
All right.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah, bye.
All right, goodbye. 96 degrees. No, not 96. 90, not 96 like in the station number. It's 96 degrees in the shade. Real hot. Yo, in the shade. Said it is 96 degrees in the shade. Real hot. Oh, yeah. In the shade. Said it was 96 degrees. Hey, let me stop banging up your guys' air bells. So say, I'm cool. Yeah, I'm cool. I'm waiting on the drumsticks lady, but I'm cool. Good morning, people. Yeah, I'm good, man. It's another morning in this beautiful world that God has given us to live. How and why wouldn't you want to be a part of this world? Good morning, Grenada. Good morning, Caribbean. Good morning to the WORLD. It is mwah to have you around. My producer, I wonder if my producer on yet. Oh, it's Carol Wilfon saying good morning quickly, boy. Oh, my producer, now I think she organized and she up yet. So we'll take a commercial break, friends, yeah? And we'll be back. We've got weather for you today, and we'll also get Waterwise. And Parliament opens today. We will be live. You bet your bottom dollar on that one.
Who wants to save 30%? Everybody! Now more than ever, Flow understands the need to make your dollar stretch. Our new bundles can help you save 30% off your current bill. Plus, get a free speed upgrade on your in-home internet. Simply add your mobile to your current home services account and save 30%. It's easy. Sign up now and save. All on the most reliable fixed and mobile network on island. Visit a Flow store or call us at 1-800-804-2994 for more information. Flow, it only gets better. Terms and conditions apply.
Get the drive with Lucozade Energy. Buy Lucozade and enter for a chance to win the grand prize of a Toyota Hilux. Plus, win up to 500,000 instant prizes, including Fitbit watches, GoPros, earbuds, Amazon gift cards, and free Lucozade. To enter, buy one of the Lucozade Energy promo bottles and look under the cap for your code. Enter it online or send it via WhatsApp, Seacrest, and social media for details. Buy, win, and get the drive with Lucozade Energy today. Lucozade, taste the energy.
Ozone really gets it clean. Get with the Ozone family line of products. Ozone liquid laundry detergent, perfect for your semi or fully automatic washing machines, yet suitable for your hand wash, soft on your hands. Ozone disinfecting cleaner. It's the most powerful disinfectant and cleaner with a long-lasting fresh scent. Tackles every job around the house or office. Ozone detergent powder and ultra soft fabric softener gets your clothes clean with a natural freshness. Keeps your colors bright. Choose from the wonderful scents, soft flower, ocean breeze, and the new aloe vera. Keep your kitchen sparkling clean with the Ozone dishwashing liquid, Ozone sponges, and cleaning cloth. Ozone toilet bowl cleaner removes lime scale and kills germs while giving your toilet a refreshing scent. Ozone really gets it clean. Marketed and distributed by Calico, Frequente St. George's, and are available at shops and supermarkets nationwide.
Introducing the Grenlec mobile app. You can now get your bill balance and easily track energy usage for your home or business. Report and receive alerts about power outages. Plus, stay up to date by receiving the latest notifications. Yes, the Grenlec app keeps you connected anytime, anywhere. The Grenlec mobile app. Download for 24/7 access.
Hey, I know a store where you can get almost everything English. Things like quality cell phones with all accessories, various sizes of Bluetooth speakers for every occasion, clothing for men, women, and children of the highest quality, colognes, watches, and custom jewelry at the best prices in the nation. You can also shop for the best in baby items like disposable diapers of different brands and sizes. We have computers, fridges, microwaves, cookers, and washing machines. Also in stock are blood pressure machines and batteries for watches and more. Every deal is a steal. Visit Little England right here in the Kwese Insutex. Call us today at 458-4111. That's 458-4111.
Where you walk, what you say, when you talk, where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk.
Good morning, Grenada again. Good morning, Caribbean. Good morning to the world. All my friends listening on terrestrial radio. I was admonished yesterday by Chimney Hill Wapan. So terrestrial radio don't exist out. Well. First and foremost, let me get it straight. Good morning to all the friends on terrestrial radio. How you doing this morning? Love to have you. May up there in Mali. May, good morning to you. How you doing, girl? Yeah, and also let me say good morning to Collie. Yeah, I know you're listening. Margaret Rush told me that. Yeah. She told me that you guys listen all the time. So May and Cully, good morning. Here's hoping that you guys have a wonderful day. All right, so as we move along in the morning time, let me say good morning to my twice. Just stepped in. Yeah, up in the bedroom.
Easy, what you seen with you now?
I'll tell you, I'm just there watching, listening, and just hoping that things go well.
And nothing make you wonder based on what you seen?
Brings me back to a song that has the word wonder in it. Makes me wonder about my future. You know that song?
Nah.
Yeah, man. That is the same guy that do Please.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Arthur Stevens. Makes me wonder
about the future. Yeah.
You know that, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's a wonder. Good morning, Drumsticks.
Hello, good morning.
Talk to me.
Good morning to you. Good morning to the nation. Salwa, good morning.
Morning, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm reading from the Word of God, Matthew chapter 25. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likely unto the 10 virgins which took the lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish. They that were foolish took their lamp and took no oil with them. But the wise took oil in the vessel with the lamp. While the bridegroom tarried, they all stumbled and slept. And at midnight there was a cry made, Behold, the bridegroom cometh. Go ye out and meet him. Then all the virgins arose and carried the lamp. This is the end of the scripture reading.
Thank you very much, my dear. Everything good with the family?
Everybody's all right.
Great, nice to hear. How's Birch Grove?
Well, I'm living in Birch Grove, and I've been Upper Capital.
But same difference, right? Difference. All over there is Birch Grove.
Birch Grove is fine.
Birch, right. I know that Birch Grove. Olive!
Oh, you right.
Okay. Take care of yourself.
You too.
All right, good. Bye-bye. Yeah. Leave a man a live in a one thing, one thing come make up in, all right? Yeah. Put on my dogs, put on my slander. Let me take a good chunk for the Pukominia, Pukojum, let me do the Pukojum.
Well, the thing about it is, based on that passage of scripture just by Drumsticks, it speaks about preparation and not being complacent and taking things for granted.
Okay.
And we in this jurisdiction, the island of Grenada, is presently experiencing when you take things for granted and you didn't prepare to prevent. Politically, but now that we're in the season what we call the hurricane season, let us not end up like the 5 foolish virgins and the oil in the lamp. So there are certain basic things which we have to do. Have certain things, a medical kit and other things, have certain foods and things, so you're not to engage in panic buying and so on. And ensure that we don't end up like the 5 foolish virgins who had to wake up and go look for oil, and when they come back, there was no room in the inn.
No room in the inn or no oil? No room in the inn?
Well, they didn't have no oil, so when they come back, door lock, you can't go inside.
Yeah, well, they had a room, but it's just they get locked out. You understand?
Yeah, so that is something we should ponder on and as relates to our preparation for anything, and even our persons of like political sympathy, the enemy people, Andre, they have to realize that is about 1700 days, so you have to be prepared for whatever the eventuality, Andre. And Andre, how things with you?
Are they?
You just
cool.
day?
Yeah, cool.
All right.
How about you?
I'm good. All things considered.
Okay.
The pluses, the minuses, and so forth. coming in this morning, Dre, and we spoke of it yesterday as it relates to the people who cleaning the roadside.
What happened to
And
what happened this
a
morning?
gentleman with a weed walker was not paying particular attention to what's going on. If you hear that stone fall on the windscreen of the vehicle,
What?
fortunately, they are small ones, so they don't break it. And up to this time, the weed walker still has his head down, not even showing appreciation to the fact that he could have caused some damage to something.
But he doesn't even know.
No, so I still
Doesn't even know. And I've been saying this for eons.
for somebody
Eons I've been
eye.
saying this. Yeah. That's a windscreen that didn't break this morning. The next one, we might not be that fortunate. Because if the windscreen shatters like that, it can cause the driver to react differently. Morning.
Morning, Andrew.
Good morning, sir. How are you doing?
I did I listening earlier.
Are you listening to us? You sure that's a good thing too?
Sometimes it's a good thing.
Okay. And sometimes
When I was talking about this Larry, I don't want to listen to that because he don't understand.
you don't believe the guy has sense, no?
I know he don't understand.
Oh, you know that.
I know that.
All right. Okay, I hear you, boss. I hear you loud and clear.
He just like, to be noticed, talk shit. That's all.
I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
You sure you want to answer?
Huh?
You sure you will answer the question?
I will.
Okay. How much USD do you get? How much USD do you get?
Why the briefcase was so much I can't even check.
But you didn't take nothing?
I think I little parcel
You take one little parcel?
because I didn't show what's really going ahead.
Boy, and you give that man all that money, Jet?
That ain't nothing, man.
That man doesn't give a little something when you meet him these days, huh?
Every time he see me.
He give you something?
Yeah, man.
Well, he owe you big time. I know he owe you big time. He owe you.
So I don't really have to talk about it.
I hear you, sir. One day you go tell me who it is, bro. One day you go tell me, man. Don't worry.
One day.
One
Yeah.
day. Anyway, have a good day, my brother.
All right.
Take care of yourself. Good. Keaton.
Yeah.
Maxine Belfon says good morning.
Morning, Zico.
Yeah. It's Wednesday morning. It's Political Wednesday, friends. Yeah. That's how we roll. That's how we do it. 21 past. So stick with us. We've got for you the weather count.
Yeah.
Yeah, the weather that's gonna come in a couple of ticks.
And then water.
And then water wise. Stay with us.
Where you go? Where you walk? What you say? When you talk? Where you go? Where you walk? What you say? When you talk?
As we mosey along in the morning time on Real FM Radio, 22 past 7. Eugene Wint, good morning.
Good morning to you, Andrew.
How you doing?
I'm okay.
Talk to me, brother.
Yeah, man, good morning to listeners also. Here's weather for today, Wednesday, the 31st of August. Currently at Point Slim, we're experiencing free and hazy conditions. Winds are currently calm. Barometric pressure is 13.7 millibars, which is above normal and rising. The present temperature, is 27.9 degrees Celsius, and the relative humidity is 78%. Yesterday's maximum temperature recorded was 32.7 degrees Celsius, and the minimum temperature last night was 25.6 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, there was no rainfall recorded at Point Slim, hence August total remains at 159.9 millimeters. Now let's go to the public forecast. Weather for today and tonight for Grenada, Carriacou, and Peter Martinique. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy and hazy, with few light to moderate afternoon showers, become more frequent overnight. The maximum temperature is expected to have 31.5 degrees Celsius, with winds coming from northeast to east at 12 to 22 miles per hour. Seas are expected to be moderate, with waves 4 to 6 feet of waters. Tides are currently falling and should low this morning at 11:45. The rise should high this evening at 6 o'clock. Sunset is evening at 20 minutes past 6, and sunrise tomorrow morning at 2 minutes to 6. Just to recap, is the public forecast valid for today and tonight for Grenada, Caribbean, Puerto Martinique. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy and hazy, with few light and moderate afternoon showers, become more frequent overnight. Weatherman Services at Mount Bishop International Airport, Eugene.
Thank you, Eugene. Have a wonderful day, brother.
Thank you, Cynthia.
Good. It's real. It's 91.9. Eugene Winter from the Morris Bishop International Airport Meteorological Office, keeping us updated in relation to the weather and letting us know what's going to happen for the rest of the day. I hope you do take notes, Yeah. Kitten.
Yeah.
Do you want rain or you don't want rain right now?
Right now, I need a 2 days sun.
Yeah. I'll hear them. They're balling for sun.
No, actually, on the farm, I have to get some plowing done, and the drier it would be better for me. So in that realm, but I am not flying in the Ancient of Days face anyways. His will be done, not mine, Andre Donald. So Andre, what's new?
Oh no.
I mean, you don't know.
What do you think is new?
I don't know. I just look forward to find out what is new from you, because when you give me my fix, when you don't train me and let me go, is that the thing about it? So I still look to you for guidance in that area. So I could ask what's new, man. He's the guru, Don't forget that, You always have your tentacles in all areas and so on. But I need to make a point here, Andre Donald. The new National Party and its members alone cannot build Grenada. The National Democratic Congress and its party members alone cannot build Grenada. The 20-odd thousand people who didn't exercise their franchise on June 23rd alone cannot build Grenada. And I would say this, there's this song by, when he say, "Youth man, where are you going with the M16 on his back?" And the youth man reply, "I'm going to fight for my rights." And the singer asks him, "You alone?" So he cannot fractionalize the thing or be clannish when it comes to building this country, when it comes to building the economy, when it comes to servicing the people. So persons have to recognize all is needed for this country, because all the persons above mentioned are contributors to the consolidated fund, even directly or indirectly, Andre Donald. And to think that one set of people should be picking the grapes is utterly wrong. And one have to understand, in the building of a country, it takes all man jack to contribute to build the country. I needed to say this because there was a particular notion, and we are experiencing something, because to be fair to the National Democratic Congress, they ran on the mantra of transformation, Andre Donald. Transformation is something, is not subtle change. It's thorough and dramatic change. And we're experiencing it. But is it for the better? The crux of the matter, Andre Donald, is this transformation agenda, or what is being transformed right now, is it for the better of all citizens of this country? Because when you hear persons start drawing parallel, and the thing I would give a proviso before I go on, things that the Congress has done or claim to do, there is this added part to it. We do it in 1 month, we do it in 2 months, what they couldn't do in 5 years. So taking their argument on board here, Andre Donald, because they saying that, what we do in 2 months, the man couldn't do it in 5 years. So agreeing with them with that argument, here comes it. why people are still crying at this stage for not being paid for a very long time. And even those you paid last month, so to say, boy, if Keith Mitchell was around, we get money already. And you say you will pay every fortnight, so you forget the whole fortnight thing? Because you're not telling us nothing about it now, because every time you spoke on the platform during election, you remind us of that. So now you can see you just come because you remind us of that, and I agree with the transformation. But the transformation we see in $100 is what? People go home. The transformation we see in is people not paid. The transformation we see in is people being victimized. Was that the transformation agenda? Was that the end game of the agenda? Because what you find happening, Andrew Donald, and they vindicated the New National Party in running the affairs of this country, because they say to the people, boy, Keith Mitchell wicked. He had all that money in treasury and he paying. So that means Keith Mitchell was doing something good to collect revenue so you could boost that how much revenue you found in the treasury. With that said, you sorted out by appeasing persons you made certain promises to, like the dock salaries you think. And you say now how you pay, and there's thing out TAM CC. But be fair, you know those funds was already allocated for. Facts. Those funds was already allocated for. There any amount of million of people, whether 2, 3, whatsoever, it was already allocated for. And the thing about it, what is instructive for Andre, one Daisy Hazard, who clearly indicated who she was rooting for.
Yeah.
In the last election, came out and said the money is already allocated. So it's not something what Massacre trying to make up or Andre Donald or KB or anybody. Facts, it was there. So the management of the Grenadian economy was fit and proper by the NNP, because you said by hold a man all the money in the treasury and so on. But when we spoke of youthful arrogance and inexperience, recurring expenditure, Andre Donald, is something you have to make money to handle. Recurring expenditure, I mean, that had to happen like every month in terms of salary and taking care of things.
But it's time for a recurring decimal here.
Yeah. So you have to always make that paper to address that. So it's not a case of how much you meet. How does the transformation agenda treat with getting money into the treasury to handle those things?
We'll be back with you, big brother. This is Real 91. Waterwise, that's next.
The Nawasa app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, reporting faults, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. Mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
Good morning, listeners. Welcome to another edition of Waterwise, a production of the National Water and Sewerage Authority, Nawasa. Thank you for joining us. I am Wendy Chateau. Nawasa has begun engaging stakeholders ahead of the rollout of the South St. George water supply expansion and wastewater improvement project. The first engagement was held on Monday, August 29th, and beginning this morning, we will be sharing with you snippets of the sessions. We begin with remarks by Manager of Nawasa's Planning and Development Department, Mr. Wim Cox.
I just want to give a hearty welcome to everyone who has joined us here today. We're about to implement what is probably one of our bigger investments in the water sector. Mr. Bullen will get into all of the details and so on as it relates to the project. But more so, just to, reiterate NAWASA's continued effort as we continue to ensure that our service delivery as it relates to water supply throughout Grenada. Our aim is 24/7. We're not there yet. We have a lot of limitations, but more and more we continue to identify how we could solution these issues. And this project, we got funding from many of you may recall when Grenada, after Ivan, we were visited by, I think it was David Cameron from the UK, who pledged some funds for Grenada. So these are some of the funds that we are actually trying to use. These are some of the pledge funds. The government would have identified NAWASA as part of that beneficiary, and we are trying to make best use of it. So we're at the stage where we're ready to implement this project. One of our main goals here today, again, is to hear from you. We are at a point where we're just about to tender this project out to contractors, but before we do that, we thought that it was prudent to hear from the stakeholders, to hear if there is anything that we didn't consider in the whole process, so we can make sure that we consider it. Because again, we are just seeing this thing as a project. We come into lay pipe, we cut in the road and we lay in pipe. We're using we common sense as best we can to see how it impacts you. But we don't want to take anything for granted. This is why we say let's meet with you all. So please feel free, guys, when Mr. Bullen finish the presentation, anything that you see, take a note so you could ask a question after. Don't afraid to ask anything, ask everything. Yeah, because it just might be something that we didn't look or we overlook, as the case may be.
The South St. George Water Supply Expansion and Wastewater Improvement Project is funded by the UK SIFT through the Caribbean Development Bank and involves line replacement from Sendell Turnell to Point Salines, work on a wastewater system in the south of the island, and a more robust wastewater collection and distribution system for the town of St. George. The authority will continue engaging businesses and residents along the route of the project in the coming weeks to get feedback to help chart the way forward for the implementation of this very important project. That's all the time we have with you this morning. On behalf of the entire team at NAWASA, I am Wendy Chateau. Thank you for joining us. Do have yourselves a wonderful day.
The NAWASA app brings the power of NAWASA's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. Mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. NAWASA, committed to meeting customers' needs.
Are you interested in getting an affordable entertainment package that would serve your every need? Do you own a Fire Stick, Smart TV, or Android box? If the answer is yes, we have news. We can offer you a package that would cost you less than $9 per month. Yes, that's just $200 for the entire year. You would get over 9,000 live TV channels, 31,000 movies, and 4,000 TV shows for your entertainment. These channels include shows, entertainment, sports, news, movies, comedy, and lots more, including international, Caribbean, and local channels. Watch on your smart TV, phones, tablets, PC, laptop, and Fire Stick. We can also supply you with an HD Android box that would convert your TV into a smart TV. Not convinced? Then test our service now for 36 hours free. For more information, call or WhatsApp DP Marketing at 473-457-3546.
Grenada Cooperative Bank Limited presents its 90th anniversary Best Kept Kitchen Garden competition. Get involved, complete the forms, and send us your photos of your kitchen garden. Show the judges how you grow your produce. The person with the best kept kitchen garden in each parish will win $900. That's right, $900. Competition ends September 17th, 2022. Entry forms and details can be found on our website at www.grenadacoopbank.com and our social media pages. Enter now and make your parish proud. Special terms and conditions apply.
Welcome home.
sure you find energy efficient every time. Spare your pocket, spare the earth, always add when left you come first. Spare your pocket, spare the earth, always add when left you come first.
There comes a time in every household when a loved one passes on, and we all need the support and guidance of a trusted friend. Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home has been your dedicated friend. And now, for your convenience and added financial ease, we introduce specially designed complete funeral packages from as low as $5,500. Same professional quality services, but now greater choices at the lowest possible prices. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. Conditions apply. Serving you from locations in St. George's, Grenville, and Carriacou. Call us at 440-2302 any time of day. Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home, continuing a tradition of excellence.
The Ministry of Agriculture and Lands, Fisheries and Cooperatives informs the public that the start of the 2022 Farm Labor Support Program has been postponed until further notice. The Ministry apologizes to all involved for any inconveniences caused. Ministry of Agriculture, ensuring food and nutrition security for all.
M&M Hardware Limited, Hope St. Andrew and Dusty Highway, St. George. Shop conveniently for all your building materials, including plumbing, electrical, lumber, cement, steel, and much more. We manufacture roofing sheets available in 11 colors, aluminum windows, doors, insect screens, and hurricane shutters. Installation services are available for all our manufactured products. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. M&M Hardware Limited. Come on in and experience our affordable prices, or call us 444-6757 or 440-6757 Dusty Highway. Email us at info@mahonhardware.com or mnmdusty@mahonhardware.com. M&M Hardware, foundation to roof. Let's build together.
The Housing Authority offers products that people can choose from, products that people can access, and I think anyone looking to build, just call the Housing Authority of Grenada. The service was superb. Every step of the way, they collaborated with the owner, they collaborated with the builder. The builder himself was really good. For what I've seen them do, I have to say that from buildings they have done in the past to where they are now, they have come up to speed with modern trends, modern designs, and I think I will advise anybody.
Oh me, oh my. I know this guy be wondering, what is he up to? Yeah. And I'm speaking of Carl, as in Caton, he be saying, what is he up to? Why is he smiling like that? So let me tell you what happened, right? Carl is here, I'm here, as you know that. So we're both here. We're both in the studio. That's us there. He's over there, and I'm over here. All right. So I said to Carl, where are we going to talk about this morning? Where do you want to go? He says, go anywhere you want to go. All right, so let's go. Sha'Carri Richardson.
Sha'Carri Richardson, she beat the girl yesterday. What's Elaine. Although the time wasn't not a spectacular time, but I think it would give her belief that she could compete with the Jamaicans. Because on all other occasions, they annihilate her. Yeah. All other occasions, all of them, the big three beat her up, and she get some victory on Elaine. But What is instructive to note, Andre Donald? When Elaine Thompson is fully fit, she's the best of them. You know?
You think she's better than
Yeah, when she's fit.
Price?
Yeah, when she's fully fit. The last 2 Olympics, she beat Price in both the 100 and 200 meters.
Do you know who's my favorite in the 3?
Who?
Um,
Sherika?
Mm-hmm.
But she's the younger of the 3 also, so I think she have the most scope to improve.
Yeah, that's my favorite in the 3.
Yeah. But Sherika, it seems, and Sherika is one of the athletes, Andre. If she has her head screwed on right, she will create some worries. But you have too much other attractions. Fashion is one of them in terms of, I don't think she have enough respect for the elders in the sports, Alison, Felix, and so on. Because some of the comments she doesn't make, as it relates to them, you wish she wouldn't do it. But you might say she's her own woman and she came through a tough time with parenting and so on.
Johnson?
Huh?
Which one?
Sherika.
Sherika, okay.
Sherika's story is one, when you listen to Sherika's story, all intention and purposes, Sherika was not intended to be here in that way. You know? She had a lot of hurdles to cross. And then guidance otherwise in terms of alternative lifestyle, in terms of like smoking weed and all them kind of thing. And them. So that is why I made the comment that if she get her head screwed on in the right way, she will cause some worries in the next world, because the next World Championship is next year because of the COVID and so on. The unique thing, you find you have a phenomenon of World Championship back to back. And then after the World Championship is the Olympic year. So the next 2 years, athletics would be up and front because you have the World Championship and then you have the Olympics. So it's great looking forward to the battles ahead.
Parliament.
Well, Parliament is to open. And well, the opening of Parliament usually have a way or said, but this one is something what I like to see. The choosing of the speaker. We all have information, or we all believe that a particular person will be the speaker of the house. Monkeys! But at the same time, the process, Andre.
Like, really? You did that?
Monkeys! The process, Andre, of choosing a speaker, I like to see.
Grenada Seventh-day Adventist Comprehensive School.
You're not telling me about my alma mater. If I choose to say, monkeys! That is it. So, the choosing of the speaker is a unique something, Andre. Where is they will go and get the guy with the wrestling and appearing that he don't want the thing, and like they go to kind of strong arm him to the thing. I like to see that little shenanigans in the house.
It'll be live on we I have to do some double check.
What time is it?
That's why I'm gonna have to double check that in relation to time. Maybe closer to 10 o'clock. But it'll be live, most definitely. But I have to double check the time first.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Somebody saying here, good morning to my Real FM family. My heart goes out to the people that are crying out about the treatment meted out to them. I'm confident God will hear your cry. What's that? Let's see again. Last night of lightning on the playing field in St. David, that was under, like last night of the light in the playing field, that's under Mr. Oliver there. They're taking credit. Okay.
No mention of Oliver at all.
Oliver Dolage. Oliver Dolage.
So not nice walked in with a newspaper in Todd Walker, and he says to Capone, the soup take all the credit, no mention of your name at all. Capone say the soup need all the help him can get. So the government need all the help they can get. Don't be good, James.
We got a caller. Good morning. Good morning.
How are you?
I'm all right.
Call Kitchen.
Hey man, you have something? Somebody go give you something to drop for me in Granville today.
Carl, what? I do the end that with you, Here, boy. A man give me the thing already, but he give me something pull up in a bag. I don't know if it's a gun or they. I don't know if it's a thing. I'm very frightened. I gotta go open it and see what it is.
Well, you shouldn't carry anything what you don't know.
Because I get very frightened because the way he fold it up and I'm finding.
Why didn't I ask him to open it? Let us see.
Because if he's a gun, I will keep it there.
That's your problem.
I need a.
And the police come calling is your problem when you keep an illegal weapon.
When the police come and say it's call.
No, it doesn't work that way.
And what's going on?
You still waiting?
Fluffy.
You got, must he hang up?
Hey.
Fluffy, you hang up, man. Fluffy, you don't do that.
Hey, talk to me.
We still waiting.
Yeah, you waiting for the cutlass?
No, and you know what we're waiting for. I ain't even bother you do that now. You know how you make a mistake already. But that's all right. I congratulate you on that. On your disappointing behavior.
Andrew, ever disappoint you?
Yes.
You have people what could contest and say that I never disappoint. I know one thing. You see, Baker is one man what could come forward and say, I never disappoint.
La 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 la.
Andrew, let's talk about anything goes now. We have to start back with programming.
Yeah, in 2 months.
Yeah, we have to get back on the run.
All right, in 2 months.
Sure, man. Carl, I think for you. I'll call you when I call up again.
All right.
I'll let one love. I'll listen to you guys.
Take care.
I'll hold the thing for all the one time together with what I have. So hold. Everything will be okay. Stanley the tongue. You have to worry about it.
All right. I hear you. Take care.
I hear.
All right.
Andre Donald. Victimization, Andre Donald, is the act of singling out someone for cruel and unjust punishment. So there was the post-cabinet brief, and I think the person with the responsibility for education was there. Andre, and what behooved me was, he said the principal, however, would be the determined person to hire cooks and cleaners. Andre Donald. But he had cooks and cleaners and they tell him they make them go, you know. So the fact that Andre, they give the principal the determination to choose somebody, that means there's a need for cooks and cleaners. Yeah? If it was a case where there was not a need for cooks and cleaners, those what you're victimizing because of the perceived political affiliation. Because I give you the action of singling out. So you single out the cooks, you single out the people, the cleaners and the sanitation people, and you say go home because we perceive you was not supportive of us. But we need somebody to do what you're doing. So principal, choose who you want now. Transformation.
Make your choice. Make your choice.
So is this the transformation we should expect? Now, I could speak on that because as I'm a citizen of here, Andre. And the mantra of transformation, I want to understand it. Because in everything you do, you have to understand your natural surrounding, what's going on. So it's not about looking through any political lens, but just stating the fact as real. Because you told or you inform the cooks and cleaners not to come back until we call you. Facts. Now you're telling the principal, well, choose who you want. Is there any structure? Is there a vetting process? Is there a standard operating procedure of how, as you given the principals and memo as to who would meet that threshold? Or is it anything goes, as Fluffy say? Or is it just plain right out rank victimization, Andre Donald? And that is the crux of the matter. So when people call in media places and cry that they have not received the kakara, they cry that they don't get paid, they don't get any money. It's not me who just come in and say that. And the thing about Andre, they don't call in Real FM and cry. They call in other media entities and cry. So you can see Real FM stage it and tell them to call and do that. Is that the transformation we should expect going forward, Andre Donald? I think not.
Yeah, man.
Andre Donald, very soon, the stage is set for further victimization within the security of this country. Ivan came, and the British came and did some investigation and wrote a report as to the functioning of the RGPF in Ivan. And so a few recommendations was made, Andre Donald. A few recommendations was made as to certain persons or personnel who was part of the RGPF at the time of Ivan, Andre. And one of the recommendations was certain persons should not be considered for public office because of the non-performance during Ivan. Two of such persons has gone to the great beyond. They has transitioned to the elders. One remain. And on every occasion, the National Democratic Congress enters into the corridor of power. He is an integral part of the security setup of this country. Beyond, the stage is set to victimize would-be perceived supporters of the new National Party who is in the RGPF. And what is instructive to know, those would-be persons who names they are touting or who departments they are writing and say they need to move because they're in strategic position happens to be what I call Generation Next of the RGPF. One by ability and two by age. Generation Next. So when they speak about who was part of FIO, Generation Next. When they speak about the setup of the Criminal Investigations Department, Generation Next. When they talk about one of the Deputy Commissioner of Police and his wife was a minister, Generation Next. The only crime he has committed is to his wife was a minister. When you talk about persons in the Central Division, Generation Next. When you talk about persons in the Western Division, Generation Next. When you talk about people in the Eastern Division, Generation Next. When you talk about persons within the RGPF who happens to be Generation Next, Andre Donald, the names have been parodied or the departments have been parodied up and down on social media for the next set of people to be singled out for cruel and unjust punishment. When the nation was told there was a particular investigation of a voice note gate, and a firearm issue in Victoria, and we yet to get the conclusion of those investigations. But one of the subject of the investigation has since assumed position within the administrative realm. the reservoir of the RGPF and decisions as to how the organization flows through that individual.
But it could be a situation whereby the matter has been dismissed.
But we want to know.
Something-
We ought to know because we want to attach confidence to the RGPF. And without confidence by the population in the RGPF, we don't even spinning it up, we just shoving it up in mud. So we ought to know. And there are plenty thing in the mouthpieces and places. And I get the impression, I get the feeling that the stage is being set for victimization for the generation next within the RGPF who are perceived.
If you're on the link, if you're on the live, please remember to share. If you're listening via terrestrial radio, top of the morning to you, Miss Jacob. Good morning to you. Good morning, Cammie. Haven't heard from you in a couple of days. Girlfriend, what's going down with you? Hope that everything is okay with you. Those of you listening the live audio stream on the website or maybe through TuneIn or whatever, top of the morning to you also. And as I said, the likes that we need to have and we have to have on our YouTube. Come on, we need 50 a day. That's all I'm asking you for, 50 a day. Carl, you spoke about the principals being given the responsibility to hire.
Yeah, select hire.
Select hire, same thing, innit? Huh?
Yes.
Right. Now, if that is the case, don't you think that you're putting the principals in a serious kind of position?
Yeah, precarious position.
That is confusion street, you know.
Yes.
Because those who are employed, and if the principals do not re-employ these people, and these people come from the village where the school is, that's confusion, you know.
And remember, Andre, these people have been there for a while.
But of course, I can't say anything. You know that.
They have been there for a while, Andre, and they would have developed certain relation or camaraderie with the principal. So you're putting the principal in a bind.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Donald and Mr. Carl Caton. Good morning.
Oh,
good morning to Grenada, Carl. You're on. Good morning. Excuse me. Dr. Mitchell, I'm getting ready right now, putting on my makeup.
We'll win.
Yes, it's Parliament.
What time is Parliament? Is it 9 or 10?
Listen,
What time is Parliament? Is it 9 or 10 o'clock?
Let me see the invitation. Where I put it? What time?
Well, you got the invitation and I don't get?
What you know now? Robbie, good morning. Tell them boys I will be late.
What?
I might come there after 12 because I think he's going to be pretty holy.
She got invitation?
What do you mean? And Mr. David, good morning. Good morning to Dr. Mitchell. I'm putting on my makeup. Andre, look for me. I have on a nice hat.
What time is the thing? What time?
I'm looking now. I don't have my glasses there. I can't find the I know they go pick me up for about 8:30 so this morning.
Who picking you up?
Well, whoever picking me up, guys, not your business. I just give me a pick. Right. Hey, Yolan, good morning. You didn't hear me. I'm getting ready to go to the Parliament this morning. And I'll be putting on a nice hat. So you know who's a minister, who's a senator this morning.
What color dress?
Well, a green as usual, you know.
A what?
A green dress.
A green dress, okay.
Yeah, yes.
But Cammy, how you...
have a good day. I'll be a little late today. I will come down this evening.
Cammy.
Yes, sir.
Will you get invitation and I don't get?
Andre Donald. What's wrong with you? I'm riding that big van before you, you know. So stop it. That old news. Have a good day, Grenada.
Take care of yourself, girlfriend.
Bye-bye.
All right, good. So Cammy on the move, man.
Cammy in all she glory today?
Yeah. Cammy is out for it today. Oh, Cammy, I know you're listening. So Mr. Watt says good morning. Okay, so Parliament is at 10 o'clock.
Okay. So you're carrying it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody asked me about that, and I said to them, hold on, come on. This is a national event. we do national events. We do all national events. It would not be good if we don't do national events.
I was on my way. Well, actually, I took my glasses off and I put my Marco knob on. And so I say, Master Carl, you keep speaking on issues, but I have yet to hear you address the issue of the Immigration Department. I say, what do you mean? What's going on? And they drew me to the fact that the present Prime Minister, in his utterances during the campaign, would have made mention that immigration happens to be one of the best run departments in government.
Most definitely, he did.
He did say so. But he said, Master Carl, so why, if that was a fact, and if he believed that was a fact, why the ministers at the time, as she then was husband, Thomas guy, was transferred from that particular department, if you say it was one of the best run, and which he was a part of. And then you call a man who was on holiday of a lesser rank to come and run the thing. So I said, well, it sounds interesting. Yeah. So if it was one of the better run department, and you remove the person who was in charge at the time when you won, was it a case of singling out the gentleman for cruel and unjust punishment? I don't know, asking. Because natural justice, if you feel the man's thing, all be the work is transferable, Andre Donald. You could make any parallel move at any time. So I'm not saying it is unusual. But it is cruel and unjust, because if you tout that department as one of the best runners, which he was part of in leadership.
But he was in charge, anyway.
Yeah, at the time. Yeah. And if you see, so he must have something to do with that.
But he must have had.
And then you just had to move. You just had to go. Like you said, 2-1, and just go. Was it an action of singling out the gentleman for cruel and unjust punishment? And if that is so, that's victimization,
Is it?
Well, that's the very meaning of victimization. I'm just saying, and so the person that brought it was a 3 a.m. call again, Andre Donald. Because them people, I'm like, when they think and they wake up around 3 a.m., they're just calling my phone. And say, well, we don't hear you saying nothing.
Got a call. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Mr. Andre.
Your radio, Mr. Bridgman.
Yes. To you, Mr. Andre, and to Mr. Carl. Mr. Carl, I heard you said something just now. Just give me a little more education on it. You said that the money that is being paid to the teachers at Thompson, was there ready or was prepared for them already? What to that effect? If that is true, why then the NMP didn't pay that money out? What caused them to didn't pay that money if this money was prepared? Because it had me wondering that they were striking for so long. The money was not paid. And as soon as these are paying it now, I understand that it's going to be not new money. When I say new money, not new negotiations, because the government just come in and the government was not in a position to negotiate new monies. So perhaps you could give me a little more explanation why that was so. If that is true that that because seeing that they had all this demonstration for so long, and you hear the president of the teachers union saying no, that they call up all things, and I remember that just before the government left office, they said that they had reached an agreement for some fund for the thing, and Ms. Stacey had said that there was some problem there. So it bothers me to know whether if this money was there, why were they not paid? And secondly, the throne speech. I would like to listen or hear the throne speech very well, because the throne speech is telling you what the government intends to do within the year or more. So I want to know if the projects, because NMP has a lot of projects that is not complete, have not been completed. If we know that government is continuous, if they're going to be doing the projects that the NMP have there, and if they are sorting up the funding, because they're giving the impression that they are not funding for some projects and some projects slow down and whatnot. So it's a very important thing to hear what the throne, because the throne speech said the way for your budget and budget debate supposed to be somewhere around November. So I don't know if you could help me with that. I know you're good at just going to analyzation. So please give me some analyzation there. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yes, Clifford. First of all, I'm not the repository of every knowledge. I don't know all. However, in the matter of the TAMCC, but to tell you what it is, a lot of times you have to tell you what it's not. And the same union boss of the teachers union, he was on social media and other media places saying NNP must go. That's a fact. So in the negotiation with the government then and TAMCC, the intention was NNP must go, so they never wanted a resolution to the situation. Because if a resolution was bought, that would have been an area where they couldn't use to their advantage. And we're not saying here, and Real FM is not saying something that is not a fact. As you quietly indicated, Miss Hazard told the Grenadian public that the money was already allocated. So if you have a problem with me saying it, take it up with Daisy and others. Because they knew, because they was part of the union, the Public Workers Union, in discussion on the issues affecting TAMCC. But when the union boss openly was on a loud hailer advising people that NNP must go, you would understand that he would have never wanted a resolution to TAMCC. And even when this government took up office, it took Brian Grimes to say, well, what is it? All you say, all you go fix it. All you say, people don't have to pay for TAMCC and what going on now? And only then they realize, but we're not in a position again. We can take that as a forward, because if we don't do nothing about it, we were getting the blame. And then they acted. And even in the action, they're giving people the impression that they do it. Yes, as you say, government is continuing. Yes, project is continued. So the second part of it now, think about the projects. This present administration, Clifford, I said it many times here, and person had problem with it. One Kennedy Boodlal, who has become a very dear friend of mine, who has been part of the political process in this country for a very, very long time, who is one who could be deemed an authority on political issues in this country, in discussion said to me, Master Carl, I asked Bernard Code what he think mash up the revolution. And KBC Bernard Code said to him, youthful arrogance and inexperience. We said here, we advise, we admonish persons to beware, to be careful of youthful inexperience and arrogance. The first thing the youthful inexperience and arrogance raised its head was saying, Dr. Mitchell is a wicked man because there's so much monies in the treasury and he didn't want to pay because they want track and the campaign on pension and gratuity So they forgetting all other things that encompass running a country. They forget all things that recurrent, as my friend say, Andre, the recurrent decimal of salaries and others are to be addressed. So they see all this money in the treasury and not only 60 million for that. Now they come into the realization by that money was there for a project. Yeah. And if we do the project, it wouldn't look good on us. Yeah. So you hear they start to backtrack now and they start to walk back thing and talking about some of the projects and so on. Cock and bull, Clifford. They come into the realization that it was not happy hour. In that way, you just walk in, go in the bar and say, I want 3 Guinness and 2 Carib and 2 malt. And man telling you, well, you don't cost some drinking malt, so I'll give you malt. They realize it's real thing now. The real thing has begun. So you will find them really walking back on a lot of things, a lot of project. What was earmarked? And to use a phrase, to borrow a phrase from yours, Clifford, that was in the pipeline. We won't hear about them again. So as you see, the throne speech is the benchmark for the intention of government going forward. So we should listen the throne speech with keen anticipation as to what to expect, adding in mind the transformation agenda. We want to hear what is the transformation agenda, because the transformation agenda has disintegrated into the victimization agenda. And all they still offer is the debushing, and they say we go transform. So I want to know what they go transform the debushing to. They has yet to address the small matter, the Imani, and in terms of permanent and contract workers. So we want to hear how the transformation agenda will treat with the permanence of the Imanis and contract workers. The issue of the social safety net programs, the issue of the debushing, because the transformation agenda has visited the teachers. They get a dark salary. The transformation agenda has visited allegedly the ministers in terms of traveling allowance. The transformation agenda has visited their supporters who worked, and I commend them for giving persons who work an opportunity to serve at a certain level, and I'm not begrudging them. To me, it's a brilliant move. So when you hear job in parliament
and job in the palace,
when you hear job in the palace, and when you hear job in Grand Lake and job all about, you understand that they're looking for them. When you hear job in Havana, when you hear the commissioner in Havana, you know they're looking for the people, which is good, Clifford. However, how does the transformation agenda intends to move forward and how it affects the throne speech? Because for all intention purposes, the people in Carriacou, for all intention purposes, the cleaners and sanitation people in schools, for all intention purposes, the gangs, you used to call them the brigade, the housing brigade, and so on. For all intention purposes, transformation has visited them in a victimized way.
Job on the phone. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they're listening. I lost my Takar number the other day, so I would like to have it back, please.
40422642.
4042642.
2642. Yeah.
And now you spell your name again?
Just put the mighty Floto.
Put it how you want to.
Anyhow you want to remember, me put the mighty Floto.
Floto.
Yeah.
All right.
Good.
Yeah, so I will be listening the throne speech in keen anticipation. Because it's government template as to how they go forward. Yeah.
Again, I sung the warning because I'm a driver and I know a windscreen can cost, or most windscreen costs, upwards of $6,000. Do you understand? Something has to be done. Something has to be done. I made the cry before, nothing was done. I'm making it now under a new administration. Let us see if something gets done.
Transformation.
One nice piece of tarpaulin, hold it across. Who invests in tarpaulin? It could be something that the communication and works or public utilities or whatever it's called, Carl. They
Yeah.
could invest in it in every different parish. If you know how many gangs do they put out, Carl?
A lot.
On a normal basis.
No. Maybe for constituency, it might be in excess of 15.
Okay. And then you'll have, not all 15 gangs will be on main roads.
No.
Right. So let's start with 10 per constituency. 10 per constituency. And what you do, you invest in it. That's government here, central government, you invest in it. However, they have to pay to rent it because you have to replace it if something goes bad. So whether it is $5 a time or $10 a time to rent the tarpaulin, they rent it and they bring it back at the end of the contract. If it is damaged, then they'll have to do so and deal with it. So you're not forcing, but you're causing people to care about things that they use. Yeah? Good. Please, 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 do play job in Palace. Good morning.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I think I support you, Mr. Andrea, that one. That the idea is good, and I think it's something that government could look at. Because, I was coming up the day before, and somebody was cutting a yard. They had some galvanized underneath the house, and it was cutting underneath the house. And the person didn't stop when I coming up. They saw me, but they didn't stop. Continue coming up. And on the other side, where there was no galvanized, a liquor stone come out and almost didn't hit me, but almost passed right by me. Just to tell you, so that's why I'm aware of this thing. I was sitting one day in my mother's veranda in Riverlet Lane, and somebody was walking the yard on the other side of the road, and a stone came right in the veranda. So I'm aware of the things you're saying. It is true. It is true. And some control has to be put on that. I agree. So I hope it's something that's been looked at. Now, to support Mr. Carl, yes, I agree with all what you're saying in terms of answering. But will we not see that the NMP did not send the message across and did not spread the message enough? Because it's worrying me that if you had these monies there to pay and agreement was reached, why these monies was not paid? Something is worrying me. Is it that we didn't send that message properly? Or people was reluctant, was not doing their job? Something seems to be not right. And I think the NMP have to take some blame and so for that, if that is so. Because I can't see you reaching an agreement. And the same money that NDC is paying now is money that was earmarked there already. Somebody is not giving me thing. I want a little bit more explanation on that.
All right, Clifford. Allocations of monies is something you do when you have those discussions or so forth. So those monies have been allocated, but unless you come to the agreement, it cannot be paid, Clifford. So it could be allocated like, okay, funds allocated for projects, but unless the projects don't happen, you can't pay the money. Andre, I see something here, what I ought to speak of, and I'm saying it because it's a natural fact. And to that, Andre, I expect the pigs to react. Now, the whole shenanigans about Pity Matnik, Carrico, and Grenada, Andre. So the ceremonial state opening of Parliament, the invite. transformative development towards a sustainable, equitable, and prosperous Grenada. So, where the Forge Sickle, Pity Martin and Carriacou is now, so all things was, we are now Pity Martin, Carriacou and Grenada. But when you have any official thing now, you only put in Grenada. So transformation day, so the Pity Martin, Carriacou and Grenada was something to hoodwink people. You don't really believe in it because all of as you get through, it on for the development of Grenada now. If you so believe or you swear by Pity Martin Carriacou, say for the development of Pity Martin Carriacou and Grenada, don't just say Grenada alone now. So was it something to hoodwink the unsuspecting public, Andre Donald? Is that the transformation? Because I'm very interested because the transformation agenda get through, Andre. And we've seen some things based on, and I should tell folks a transformation is thorough or dramatic change in formation. And one of the simple examples I like to give people about transformation, you see a caterpillar today on the tree, and then tomorrow you see the moth and then you see butterfly. That's transformation in a simple form. I didn't go in no big school. I didn't go in Harvard, UTT, or anyway. It's like you see the caterpillar up and down there, and tomorrow morning, you see this butterfly. So that's transformation. And the transformation agenda that visited the cooks, the people in Carriacou with the letters, the sanitation people in school, the transformation agenda that visit them, Andre, was being singled out for cruel and unjust punishment, for the perception that they voted the NNP, for the perception that a particular minister was maybe influential in the faith-based thing. So you're punishing everybody on the behalf of those people. And there I invoke the clause of the action of singling out Andre Donald. People for cruel. Because when you leave them no bread for the children and the children to go to thing, and unjust punishment. And what is instructive to note? Even the debushing program, Andre Donald. You know when them people are going to receiving the payment that them school open a whole week already? School will be on a whole week.
And?
So the caca that they get in the car, you didn't give them nothing.
Just trust. Credit. Jab on the pulpit. Jab in the pew. Jab spread out like butter. If we are 110,000 jab, that's me and you.
Yeah, you have to spread it for the job, man.
Yeah,
spread it for the job.
Spread it for the job, man.
Corruption is the dishonest or fraudulent conduct by those in power. Those are not my words. They only become mine by adoption after I read the Chambers 20th century. I'm not the author or the foundation. But how does those meanings apply to what is going on here, Andre Donald? That is the instructive lesson. And that is the point to note. So I'm very, very much interested today of hearing the tune speech as it relates to the transformation agenda, Andre. Because so far, the transformation agenda has disintegrated into the victimization agenda. So within the RGPF, when you singling out all the generation next, and for respect of those individuals, I won't call their names, because I don't want to add no highlight to them. Maybe if they miss out one, they go say, oh, that one had to get it too. But you're setting up things because you have your people writing all kind of things to feel, to send out feelers to things, to victimize, to cause them people are to receive cruel and unjust punishment. Is this the transformation agenda? If so, tell us. Let me get accustomed to it. If so, let me get accustomed, let we know. So who have to seek redress? Could seek redress. So those speaking satire, let us know. Complain. Don't complain. Complain. Andre Donald, and allow the people natural justice. If you have things against them, give them an opportunity to defend themselves. Don't do like the AG. On Friday, you didn't have no information. Sunday morning, you do all your investigation. You're really efficient. But you don't telling us how you feel about the warden if they're still illegal. You know, Friday, you had meeting with the union. You didn't have no information. But Sunday morning, you're there on your program. You did a thorough investigation, and I'm satisfied. The singling out of someone for cruel and unjust punishment, Andre. Tell us, AG, how you feel about the warden. Because afraid for the warden. Because all you're seeing, those people and them was temporary and they was illegal. Some of the letters, the people that receive letters, your surrogate and honchos have been touting the fact that they were illegal up until Monday afternoon. I was talking to a particular gentleman and say, why are you doing these people and them? Please make a better try. You see, they were illegal. And if you, in your private capacity, went to the halls of justice before a reasonable tribunal, not no kangaroo court, and indicated that you believe the wardens, the traffic wardens are illegal, would the transformation agenda visit the wardens in form of singling them out for cruel and unjust punishment? We want to know. Can you in power? And like I tell you earlier, when I started this morning, Andre, I was fair. I said, NNP cannot do it alone. NDC cannot do it alone. The 20-odd thousand people that didn't exercise their franchise, that left their voting finger on the shelf, and them what look for that, cannot do it alone. It takes the 100,000 jab of us to do it. Because surprisingly, the phrase coined by 10,000 jab, they didn't say 32,000 jab.
110,000 jab.
That didn't shock TV. Even the jab no.
And that jab go wine in the Windsor.
Jab whining anytime, man. Jab go beg for the Bushina kind of thing. The Bushina go what happen up in Buckingham?
No, in Windsor.
In Windsor Castle, you got some debushers going up there, boy. What does it? The Bushina to take place all in London.
Trinidad and Tobago celebrating their 60th anniversary of independence.
Jenny Francis,
good morning.
My mother, Ann Paul.
She's still there?
She moving tomorrow. I have to spend the rest of the evening with my mom. You know?
Okay.
So she will give me my fix and good lyrics. And when she trained me and let me go Andre Donald.
Badang.
Not even the transformation agenda go able to stop me.
Hey, I like this one. If I say I like this one, call a lie.
What?
Jab scratching hand.
Jab grabbing crutch.
Jab grabbing crutch. Jab scratching hand.
Jab drinking rum.
Jab drinking rum. Jab falling down in Trinidad.
Jab don't care.
Jab don't care. Jab don't care. Jab don't care.
Woo! Climb up on a wall and break it down, man.
Yeah, man. I like that. Jab scratching hand. I could never forget that one, boy. Play your job. Play your job, mister. Play your job.
And this is job is the quality, man. And like I was telling you, that I was saying yesterday, there's after this particular spice mass, it gives me, you know, when I used to always be part of it and saying my quality are bigger than the man. But after that spice mass, I realized man will make the culture by.
Man make the culture.
So man could jack as the culture when they want.
Yeah. Job climbing plane.
Yes, Andre. Here I want people to understand and I keep saying I'm saying those things because they are facts. And I expect people to react.
What's the date today?
I think it's 30th.
Today is job board day, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, job wizard.
Oh.
And we say that job?
Yeah, she called me on the phone in an angry tone.
I think today is his birthday. I think so.
You remember he sang one song, I Want to See? Remember that song? I want to see.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to see. I want to see and I want to hear the transformation agenda, how it will impact us going forward. And I'm on a serious note here, Andre. Now, the Ancient of Days puts up and put on government, and he indicates to us we still have to respect government. We still have to pray for government. So it's not a case where you just bad mind the government. Because if you bad mind the government, because Andre, at the end of the day, the government is all of us, you know. So if you start to bad mind the government, it's like yourself, you bad mind in it. So like no police never come and search my house for computer and meet me lie down on a sponge on the ground. Because I never hold no keys for NADMA storage office. I never hold no keys for NADMA storage office.
What, a job?
Yeah. I never hold no keys and then computers was missing and they come and search me more that place because my mother didn't train along. I didn't ship it. And I didn't lie down on no piece of sponge. Not me.
They get your job again?
I don't know. I just say no, because to tell you what it is or to tell you about me, to tell you what I'm not.
Job look, you know, man.
My name has not been aligned to any peel for in Andre Donald. And Andre Donald, some was singing before me, and I happened to win crown before them, as relates to winning in the Senate. So I do vex with Emmeline Pierre when she get the chance to win the Senate. I'll know that I like and I run in my mouth on her every time. So it's not about Emmeline performance running mouth on Emmeline. Because Emmeline get the blind in the Senate and you don't get it.
But Emmeline not in the
And
Senate,
no, that was then.
Oh,
so you're talking about who jealous and who don't jealous. Don't grudge Emma for getting the opportunity. Because Ian, the guy, he had a wife buried. What's his name? Ian. I don't want to misquote him.
Where?
The guy from St. Andrews, Ian, man, he unfortunately.
Ian Edwards.
Oh, Ian Edwards didn't vex with Emmeline Pierre. But why you vex with her and you only run in your mouth and tell people the reason why? Yes, Andre Donald. So
job okay.
Job okay. Because if 110,000. You know, Andre Donald, I was having a discussion with a man from Jamaica, a friend of mine. And what he was saying to me is, in terms of the development of country and so on, population plays a serious part. And he was of the view that our population need to grow to about close to 150, 175,000 people.
Kenny Lalsing and Andre Donald and Anthony Boson have always said that we need another 40,000 people in Grenada.
No, we had that discussion 4
a.m.
this morning.
Again?
No, my sober call is when I rise from my slumber. Yeah. So, and I thought of it, I say, wow, I have to throw that out to Andre. Because I've heard Andre mention that before. You haven't called Anthony and Kenny name, but you told me. And the man say the bigger the population, the consumer base is bigger. So other things could happen. So I wonder if the transformation agenda might take that into consideration.
That's one of the reasons why I've always said that if we believe if our women can't make enough children, and because they all about contraceptives and what, bring in some Haitians. Bring in 40,000 Haitians. Create an area for them. Yeah, create jobs in factories and so on. Don't let them loose in the forest. They'll cut it all down. But control the Haitians, you know. If you have another 40, 50,000 people in this country, you'll see development. You'll cry, Carl. We're not ready for. We can't do factories because we can't consume what we will be producing. We can't consume. We don't have that kind of a population. So yeah, we need more job. More job in there. More job. That's what it is, Carl.
Yeah.
Yeah, more job. Job in the palace. Yeah. Okay, so somebody's asking here, Carl. They said, morning. Did you know that the weed eaters are manufactured a part to guide guard against missiles? There's a black part, right?
Yeah, the shield.
The shield.
But for some reason, most persons take that part out.
Oh, they're smarter than who make it?
Yeah, they take that part out.
Why?
Well, that question they need to speak to. I don't know why, but most persons, as soon as they purchase the weed eater, they take out that part.
Okay. And the person is also saying they're saying the users remove it because it slows them down. The person saying it slows them down.
That could be something, I don't know. It could be. Because one of the shield also acts as a regulator for the card too. Because when you're using the weed whacker 100 or not, if there's not enough card outside, it forces the weed eater. So you operate at a higher rev. You burn more gas and you do less work. If the card is too long, you find you don't cut efficiently also. So on the shield there's a metal part which regulates the card. So it keeps it at the right length every time.
It cuts it.
Yeah.
Okay.
The excess, it cut out the excess. So when you tap the weed on the ground and it releases the card, if too much release at one time, you just trim off the piece. So when you look at somebody using a weed whacker, Andre, you would understand how efficient they are, by how they operate, the sound of the weed eater and all that kind of thing. And what really happens sometimes, I get a walk on the road in a debushing thing, and I lend my friend weed whacker, but I'm not really a proficient user of the thing. So sometimes my work is not exemplary also. And that's something that ought to be considered in terms of that.
We take a commercial break, friend, and we'll be back. This is Real FM Radio. Good morning, Grenada. Good morning, Caribbean. Good morning to the WOILD.
I'm a winner. You are winner. We are winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one later ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money back symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch in stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color by Seasons.
Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of colors.
Color by Seasons.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression.
Color by Seasons. Seasons. Express your style with Color by Seasons.
M&M Hardware Limited, Hope St. Andrew and Dusty Highway, St. George. Shop conveniently for all your building materials, including plumbing, electrical, lumber, cement, steel, and much more. We manufacture roofing sheets available in 11 colors, aluminum windows, doors, insect screens, and hurricane shutters. Installation services are available for all our manufactured products. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. M&M Hardware Limited. Come on in and experience our affordable prices, or call us 444-6757 or 440-6757 Dusty Highway. Email us at info@mahonhardware.com or mnmdusty@mahonhardware.com. M&M Hardware, foundation to roof. Let's build together.
Spare your pocket, spare the earth, always at Grandland. Come first, save energy, save the time, choose your Let's be sure you buy energy efficient every time. Spare your pocket, spare the earth. Always act when let you come first. Spare your pocket, spare the earth. Always act when let you come first.
Myers Collection, located on Main Street, St. Patrick, announces its annual back-to-school sale. Available at our store are secondary school uniforms for McDonald's College, St. Mark's Secondary, and Mount Rose Seventh-day Adventist Comprehensive. We also have uniforms for primary schools in St. Patrick. Come get your preschool kimonos and khaki pants. At Myers Collection, we stock a wide variety of school accessories such as pens, notebooks, etc., and a wide array of household items. Check out Myers Collection on Main Street, St. Patrick for all your back-to-school and household items. Our opening hours are 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday to Friday. For more information, call us on 449-6197. We accept Grand Coda and school vouchers. Myers Collection.
C.R. Williams Performing Arts Academy, collaborating with the Grenada Trade Center, presents the stage play. Written and directed by Dr. Christopher Roger Williams.
I am the best thing that ever happened to you, and you know that.
Performed by students of C.R. Williams Performing Arts Academy.
You expect me to spend all this money every month while you sit the living alone doing nothing?
Playdates are the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th of September at the Grenada Trade Center.
30 hours out more than 12 years. Crazy.
Show opens at 7:30 p.m. for all days.
Morris has to go. His mouth is too big and busy.
To receive your tickets, contact 410-0133 or 420-5057.
Don't be a savara. Put some respect to your mother. Respect? What respect is us?
You don't want to miss this experience.
Anybody else can see it like that? It's not stable.
Come, support us as we continue to provide professional training in the performing arts in Grenada.
It's my time to be me.
Where you go?
Tweedledee and Tweedledum, you know what it?
I heard all them.
Yeah.
What about Tweedledee and Tweedledum?
Oh no, I just
No, you always have a subject to you. don't ask questions like that. No.
I just know, honestly, I just asked about Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Tweedledee. Yeah. There's a one called him what? Simple Simon said to the pieman, what was it? You know, she rhyme me?
You know all the dusty window, blah blah blah.
Yeah. No, I didn't blah blah black sheep. Where you going on with that one? So Pat, she says she mind your business.
Patsy, you are the whole day today.
Yeah. So, boy, nearer to the.
Somebody say today the 31st.
And?
I'm going to sing a song, you have to come on the 31st. Put you on some fun.
Crane, Chain, what you name? Chain.
Yeah.
Chain.
Lynette John, morning.
Mount Rose, right?
Yeah, Mount Rose.
Morning, Lynette.
Yeah, the man that come and fix the road yet. He's starting to say reapply for house. Somebody will tell him to come and fix the road in Marshall.
You're way away from your microphone. Yeah.
Somebody will come and fix the road, Andre. You ain't seen out you have to reapply for house with new rules. The transformation agenda even visit the housing and them. And as this is integrated into singling out persons who already applied and given some form of assurance they might get one for cruel and unjust punishment. even in the housing thing, the transformation agenda has visited it. So you move from.
What I'm trying to understand here.
Tell
Carl,
me.
I'm trying to understand with the housing. The housing, people were told to apply.
Mm-hmm.
All right. No one knows. Well, they know there's a selection process.
Mm-hmm.
All right. No one knows who has been selected thus far.
Yeah.
However, what they did say is that they have too many applications
for the amount of
houses. However, persons are still being told to apply.
Yes.
So are you telling me that persons did not apply for the houses because of their politics, and now the politics of the country has changed? They're going to apply for the houses? Is that what it is?
Well, we want to know.
Oh no.
But the transformation agenda says.
Lynette said no, they will fix it.
Okay. Well, they wouldn't fix it anytime soon.
They wouldn't fix it. So says Lynette.
Yeah.
Lynette is your friend. Yeah, Lynette is your friend. We just identifying friends. So Lynette is your friend.
Is there a problem with that?
No. Ask Mr. Caton. Is there a problem, Mr. Caton?
No.
Lynette is her friend.
Yes.
Yeah.
You should be proud of your friends.
Proud of your friends, yeah.
But it seems that I don't have many.
Yeah, well,
I'm proud of those that I
and she's listening, you know.
Good morning, Lynette.
Lynette, good morning from your friend. Yeah. What Patsy saying? Jab pro? I don't know what I mean. What do I mean, Carl?
I don't know. Like I say, I'm not the repository of every knowledge, Andre. Yeah, Andre, so, all right, okay. You said that.
Did I?
No. The minister said for public hearing that the amount of applications here has passed the amount of available housing.
That's correct.
But in the same breath, he has advised other persons to apply without saying what would happen to the applications already in.
Oh no. That one puzzled me a bit.
Transformation.
Good governance.
So I hope that the action of singling out persons who have already applied for cruel and unjust punishment don't apply even in the housing. Because what I heard during the campaign, and I believe that there was this pronouncement that 500 houses per parish would be done every year. So why you not taking applications only for the 500 houses you intend to do? Well, this year, we can't expect you to do this year. Right?
Why not?
But then again, yeah, what they can do in 5 years, you could do it in months. So you could build the 500 houses per parish and so on. So I want to know the transformation. So why don't you use this application for the 500 houses? But then again, as they say, the piper calls the tune. So
I hope it's not a situation whereby persons are going to there's going to be a partisan thing in terms of the thing.
Wow.
Lynette saying good morning to her friend, saying they go back a long way.
A very long way.
Is that what it says? A long way, she says.
So they in tongue.
Pat James says good morning to Andre and Carl.
Hey Pat, how you doing? Hope everything is okay at your end.
Thanks, Caroline.
Caroline.
No, just thanks. She's in the chat here. Which one is that? That's the WhatsApp.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, Andre, we want to know what is the real situation with the application for housing, the houses.
You have a caller. Morning.
Yes, Mr. That topic you're touching there, again, I don't understand. Something seems to be wrong again. Because the government before, or the NMP said, that there were people earmarked, there were people that were selected already for the houses, selected, not just people that apply. They're selected. As far as I understand, some people actually have the keys in their hand. And I can't understand how you could say no, that because this government is saying no, that those who are apply already do not have to apply again. So if you didn't have to apply again because you apply already, why? And they say by November they should give it up because they want to change some fittings in the house or whatnot. I don't understand. This thing is not explaining itself. If those who apply already do not have to apply again, and you have more applications than the amount of houses that you have, why then people have to apply again? You apply, continue applying. As you say, the 500 houses that will build will not be starting now, and I don't think it is going to make sense to take application for the 500 houses that will be building in every parish. That wouldn't make any sense now, because the people, by the time these houses build, some will die, some will born again. Some will leave. So something is not adding up properly. Somebody is not giving us correct information somewhere along the line. It's either the government before they give correct information, or the present administration not giving correct information. Because if the keys are in your hand, in the hands of people already, are you taking back the keys from the people? If you say that you're going to the structure of reapplying or applying, but those who have applied already don't have to apply again.
The
That's
people,
what the minister said.
I don't understand when you're saying people have keys already. I don't think that is supposed to happen.
Well, I'm sure about that.
From whom?
From someone at the authorities. He came over
wrong information. You didn't hear that.
I'm telling you, it did say. It did say. Even if I don't lie, I think it is in Carriacou, but houses, people did have keys already. And I'm saying, whether the people have the keys or not, if you select, the committee has selected people already. And if we say government is continuous, and you have selected people already, I could still say, okay, for the next set of houses that come in, we will take application early or not. But I don't see the sense now in taking application for houses that doesn't start your ground and break for it yet. So something seems to be not right again. We're not getting correct information somehow from either party.
Okay, good. Bye.
Transformation, Andre. So, Clifford, we understand what here is at there. We need to be vigilant. We need to let persons understand what is going on. And I say that not against the backdrop of trying to take anyone thunder from them, but just has to be presenting facts. Has to be letting persons know, hey, here's what is going on. Because too often times we rely on hearsay and them say and people say and not understand what is the true picture of the thing. And you cannot tell me you have more applications than houses and you're encouraging more persons to apply. You must have an agenda here. And this agenda ought to be explained, whether we accept the agenda in terms of whether we agree or don't agree. You just set your thing and you do what needs to be done. If you don't want to give who already in the pool of application, just say we don't feel the people and them that applied was the best process was used to deal with these applications, so we bring in that process. Or they might say, well, send your CV, because sending your CV is something attached to this present administration, so maybe you go get it by CV, or maybe the intended persons then in this strata, or the, as Mr. Pierce would say, the socio-economic bracket who was intended to get us houses, maybe you have a change of heart and some other persons might get us houses. So they have to complaining, because when they don't complain, the people will complain. So complain. And these are the things we need to always stay abreast of and stay informed of.
Caller. Yeah. Morning.
Good morning to you, Mr. Donald, and good morning to you, Mr. Carl Keaton.
Morning.
Mr. Donald, I'm baffled and I'm confused. I was present when I saw the distribution of the Chinese houses to the people.
In Carriacou?
Yes, in Carriacou.
So you all had distribution up there?
Yes, but what they did, they gave them the letter. All what the people needed was to go and could have connection. They was just waiting. I'm talking about my next door neighbor here, right, just in the bottom of the road.
Mm-hmm.
She had letter, and she was just waiting just to put in a connection. So what is saying now? Everything, they have to throw everything away. So what is the criteria do they need to fit in to get these houses? So it's just handpick. The new government coming and they handpicking who to give because they haven't got the right criteria to fit in. They have the people have the right criteria. It's the NDC. That is not right. We are all Grenadian people. And when something is been handed to the Grenadian, to the government of Grenada, to give it to the poor and the vulnerable, they have to give it. Not just come in and take it away from them. It is not right. Then it doesn't make sense. So what kind of thing this new government is doing? People crying for their money. 2 months now, they haven't get no money. They walk, the girl crying. 2 months, school is opening. She haven't got no money to send her children to school. She already worked for that. As you say, the treasury was already pregnant when they got in there. Now it's time to deliver. Let's deliver. And that's what they promised. And you hold them to the promise. You're so right, Mr. Carl Keaton and Mr. Donald. And you two have a nice day. God bless you.
Thank you.
And I do support what Clifford is saying.
All right,
God
good.
bless you. Bye-bye.
All right, good. So, Clifford, you're correct. So, persons in Carriacou had letters, and all they had to do was handle their connections and I guess pick up the keys.
Yep.
That would have been their Nawassa and their Grenlec and maybe flow with their internet, do whatever connections that they needed to do, and then move into their apartment, collect the keys and move in. So that took place in Carriacou. I don't know if it took place on mainland. And my producer sent me that too also. So producer is on top of things.
Okay.
Yeah. So they
Producer.
They had a ceremony. So producer is saying Clifford is correct. Thanks, Clifford.
Clifford on the ball.
Some of them paid for the water and electricity already, you know.
Wow.
Not too sure if they have physical keys, according to my producer. Not too sure if they have physical keys, but they would have already paid for Nawassa and Grenlec.
Wow.
So what is going to happen in that case? Ooh. Huh.
Interesting.
Interesting. Disastrous, I call it. But of course, watch me. Can't say nothing.
Well, the action of singling out someone for cruel and unjust punishment, that falls right up the alley of victimization, whether real or perceived. Because the people who already did these things, Andre, you can't tell them no, they can't get in it.
Mm-mm.
And if government is a continuum, you ought not to punish them if you perceive they didn't support you election time. Because the houses are for persons here and not for party people.
Yeah. So I'm getting information of people who know of people who paid for the connections.
Okay, there you go. Information, facts on Real FM again.
Yeah. So people in Carriacou who paid for the connections.
Wow.
All right. Here's someone saying, we in Carriacou waiting patiently to see what will happen in Carriacou. Joke they make it. And if you're going to use, if based on what you do wherever, you're gonna have to use that same yardstick.
Yeah.
If you start in Carriacou like that, then you have to continue like that. If you start elsewhere like that, then whatever you do elsewhere, you have to do same in Carriacou. So in essence, those who went ahead and paid, they'll go back for their money because they may not get. Wow.
People have letters for the houses in Carriacou, they say?
That's the information I'm getting. People have letters. They would have paid. Oh, even my son is saying, yeah, Clifford's right. Well, yeah, Clifford, well, right now you outclass me, boy. Yeah. Yeah, so acknowledging Clifford with this one, right? You're not acknowledging Clifford?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Clifford on the ball. I see that
Clifford.
already.
Like, we got to make Clifford one of the producers.
So, Clifford, what would be your advice, seeing that you're on the ball?
Here's my son saying, yo, that's the arm to you. 3 weeks before election that took place.
Yeah.
My son is saying that. And he's not here. So he's saying, yo, a star that take place about 3 weeks before election.
Clifford, what is your advice, Clifford?
We will call her. Morning.
My advice
Lord have mercy.
My advice is once you do that already, the principle have to remain. You can't have different strokes for different folks in the same place. And that is one of the problems that we face in Grenada. Different strokes for different folks. And it's affecting the running of government gone and government coming. That is principle. And that is what affecting the whole thing. You can't, if people apply for the houses and the criteria set was looked at, why are you telling people now to apply for the houses again? And you're telling them, you're saying that you have more houses and more applications than these houses. That is why I said to you, Mr. Carl, that I want to hear what is in the new throne speech.
Yes.
Because the new throne speech will tell you what the government intends to do and how they build these next houses.
Yeah, the 500 per constituency.
You understand? Yes. And you can't tell me to apply for a house, a 500 house that will be built within the next 2 to 3 years. And you tell me to apply now. What will happen to the people that are dead? What will happen to the people that are born?
Yeah.
Something is wrong.
Something is not adding up, Clifford.
And remember based on a conversation I would have had with the former minister of housing, Delma Thomas, and I believe she said that somewhere also publicly. Part of the plan was to allocate some houses in every, like in is it Lackalomins and David?
Yeah.
Lackalomins and David, Carriacou, Dumfries and Carriacou, here at the Villa in St. Patrick, and Diamond in St. Mark. And she did say to me, and I believe she said that publicly, that some of the units, they would leave them free so that when you have fire victims, you can use it for that purpose.
Temporary.
Yeah, temporary. And other situations.
Yeah, battered women and so on.
Yeah, they can use it
Yeah,
temporary.
I remember all that.
Yeah, I think she said that, yeah.
All I'm saying is I am not here to support or reject any government. All I'm saying is that
you better support one.
Huh?
Yeah.
The principles must be the principles. If NMP come with a new principle, or NDC come with a new principle, okay, it's laid down as a principle. You don't change the principle along the way, so. It's not fair, it's not right. And that's what I stand for.
All right, thanks, Cliff. And again, hello?
Yeah.
I apologize. You were correct.
No need for apology there. That's human error.
You're on the ball, Cliff.
You're on the ball.
Human error. All of us make mistakes.
You're on the ball.
But when things happen like that, I don't like it.
Okay.
I don't like it. If somebody wrong, if I NDC do something wrong, you're wrong. If I NMP do something wrong, they're wrong.
Okay.
That's how I see it.
All
no
right.
matter me who you are.
Thank you, bro.
Good.
Good. I have a friend who paid for her water already. Kindra Maturin Stewart did it before elections. So I don't know what they're trying. Hurry up and build 500 houses and let people apply for them. That came up on the thing.
Yes.
I did put it up on the live thing there. You know Milan, quite illegal. You know that song?
Yeah.
Who's singing that?
I don't know. Not Ina Milan.
You're in a Milan. Quite illegal.
Give me back me.
We're gonna fight against apartheid.
We go fight against victimization.
I said apartheid.
I go fight
You're
against
taking my song
victimization.
out.
I tell you, not your song. I say I go fight against victimization. That's not your song. You don't have no rights to that song.
What, sire? They are not easy.
Somebody say that is what the courts are there for redress. And the particular guy who like to take that walk on them.
Which guy?
The guy who spoke out yesterday. he guy from Malta.
Huh?
The Maltese guy.
Which guy? I don't know.
Okay, Andre.
I'm trying to get into my
Your what?
My email, and I don't know the password.
Really? A man say the song you're trying to claim rights for, the Peter Tosh tries to sing that.
I'm going to see what you want.
Zico would say that.
See what you want.
Yeah, Andre, we have come to the time today.
Well, yeah, we're just about 10 minutes past the hour now. But I need to get into my email here.
For what may I inquire?
I need to read something.
Oh.
Something, I'll just hand in a note. Something about the traffic for Parliament session today. Okay, yeah, it's me. Okay, right, it's okay. Oh boy. All right, so the email, Carl, let's quickly read it before we go. Traffic, it's a traffic notice, Saba. So let's give it some prominence just before we go. All right, so the traffic department of the Royal Gillette Police Force, and why are they sending this out to the last hour? That's what I can't understand sometimes, Carl. What gives it? Anyway, I'm gonna read it. The traffic department of the Royal Gillette Police Force, they're sending out this traffic notice for the opening ceremony of the first session of the 11th Parliament. The traffic department of the Royal Gillette Police Force hereby notifies the general public of the traffic arrangements to facilitate the opening ceremony for the first session of the 11th Parliament today, Wednesday, the 31st day of August, 2022. These traffic arrangements will be in effect from 7 a.m. until the conclusion of the activity. No entry will be allowed onto Lucas Street from its junction with Woolwich Road, close to the Government House roundabout. Vehicles traveling to the town of St. George from the roundabout direction will make a left onto Woolwich Road and then a right at the roundabout onto Lucas Street. A left onto Woolwich Road. Okay, so okay. All right. Let's go on here. No parking will be allowed on the right side of Lucas Street from its junction with Government House roundabout to Sanssouci Junction towards Market Hill direction. You know where that is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. VVIP and VIP parking. So it's VVIP, Carl.
Very, very.
That is not a thing that is VIP is VIP.
Yes.
This VVIP, that ain't making no sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, but let's leave that for another discussion another time. VVIP and VIP, along with members of the upper and lower houses and the administrative staff, will be allowed to park on the compound of Parliament Building. Permanent secretaries, parking will be allowed on the left side of the concrete road on the Parliament compound that connects with the road of the old Government House compound. Okay, right. That's
down that hill there.
Down that hill there. Yeah. Where your leg was issue.
Yeah.
All right, I remember that.
Yeah.
Good. Parking again. The general public will be allowed to park on the left side of Lucas Street from its junction with Top Woolwich Road to its junction with Sans Souci Public Road towards the direction of Market Hill. All right. Ex-parliamentarians and heads of department. Parking will be allowed in an area to the left of the audit building at Mount Welldale. Okay, so that's the road leading up to. Yeah, all right. And that's from the Office of the Commissioner of Police. You know something, Carl?
Tell me.
I take this opportunity because this letter it's addressed from, well, of course, it's from the Office of the Commissioner, but it would have come through the Public Relations Section, Community Relations Department, Rugby Police Force. And I take serious thing with that. With a thing. I have a serious problem.
Tell me.
With all of that, MEDIA.
Is not mentioned?
MEDIA. Not mentioned. The whole thing.
Angela, I didn't pass the bar, but I know a little bit. If you look on the invitation or the invite or whatsoever, it says Facebook Live, so they have the thing how they want to transmit already, so they don't need mainstream media. They go transmit it on Facebook Live.
Carl, Facebook Live cannot use a camera.
No, but they just tell.
But you need camera. You need to use your cameras to take different pictures. This is a ceremonial opening, the first session of the 11th Parliament. You may never get a picture with Keith Mitchell and Deacon probably shaking hands.
No.
You might get it today.
Yeah.
So this is not about Facebook Live. It's more than that. Linda Straker, if she's driving, where she park? She goes down at others, the general public? And no, I take serious offense to this. Serious offense to this. I'm not bothered. I don't have to go. I just do what they send out. I just take it and send it back out. So I'm not bothered. But seriously? No.
No.
No. You can't continue to treat us in the media like garbage.
You can't treat the people so. Oh no. You can't treat our people so.
No, man. Listen, this is an every time occurrence.
Yes.
This is an every time occurrence. Especially when there are functions like these. And this is not for this government. My criticism goes to the RGPF. We are the first you run to when you want to put out something.
Yeah.
But we are never included in your planning. And based on this, we are not included. Because we don't qualify as VVIP and we are not VIPs. Definitely we are not VVIPs and we are not VIPs. We are not permanent secretaries. We're not ex-parliamentarians and heads of departments. No. So based on this, parking, the general public, that's where we would fall under, inside of that. Yeah.
Ordinary guys. Well, it is what it is. But the media is not, in my view. The media. is what it is. I don't have a dog in the race, no.
No. I am very, very, very upset with this kind of thing. This thing upsetting me.
He fretting you?
No, he fret me, man. He fretting me. No. You can't cheat us, so man. Somebody say if anybody in Carrick have any problem, call the hood.
Robin Hood?
Yeah, Robin Hood like to do things like that. So you go handle. You go make now. You call the DPP again. Call the hood. Robin Hood. Yeah. Robin Hood and the merriment desert him.
Yeah, but Andre is a serious issue, you know. Those persons who are in that situation and they don't know what it is.
What, Cargo?
Yeah, who have...
No, man, they know. The people know it's Kaiso, man. The people know it's Kaiso. Anyway, that time has come again, brother, for us to see. You know? Yeah, people wonder what we touching there.
My final words today, Andre, is that
is what?
Be a blessing to somebody today.
My final words to think is this. Whatever happens, remember I love you dearly. I care about you. And we cool. Yeah, we cool. We real cool. Love shines brighter than the morning sun. Love shines brighter every day. Remember that, eh? Love shines brighter than the morning sun. Love shines brighter every day. I care about you and I love you tons. And to the police, I respect you, I love you, but I am tired. I am really and truly tired of you not treating the media the way they deserve to be treated. You're assuming that all media people broke and they can't buy a little gigit. You're assuming that. You're assuming that, I don't know what you're assuming.
You're assuming that everybody in the media is VVIP?
No, that can't happen, Carl. That cannot take care of the media. No, that can't take care of the media. And let me just say this, media houses, including Andre at Real FM here. You need to do something. Organize your media people in such a way, Carl. So they have these big thingies and they go, they have big thing on around their neck so people see who they are. Yeah. So, Karakou people, as Trevor Friday would say it, Karakou myself, find hood and blow. Hood like to blow. All right, remember that, eh? Hood like to blow. Goodbye. God bless you. Take care. Love you.
Where you walk, what you say, when you talk, where you go, where you walk.